What's up, everybody? Welcome to week 7 of the Youth Lepak Talk. How is everybody doing? I assume it's well. I hope it's well.
Boleh
Eh,
on.
boleh. Okay. Okay, so welcome to episode 7. The title of the podcast is Things Get Solved When You Get Involved. Very abstract, I think. But basically, what we're going to talk about is youth volunteerism and how are we going to be how do we contribute to the world, to the people we love and our community with the hopes of solving problems and changing the world for the better. What a great introduction. Yes, good job, Kak. Okay, so my name's Kak Jinny.
Hi, my name is Siwon.
My name is Ashley.
My name is Amber.
I'm Yiching.
And today we have one of our very close friends, active volunteer. I would say a very passionate change maker. The only person that is in our friend group that is like, wow, what else are you? Parliament digital typing representative. Woo! And also one of the members of like he formed his own organization, charity thing. We have Jeremy Lau with us. Yes, this is the clapping part. Yeah.
Hi everyone, am I audible?
Yes.
All right. Hi everyone. Jeremy, currently and a part of the Watchman Initiative and also part of the volunteerism activity for the school with students with intellectual disabilities. Yeah.
Hey, it's so how to say how to say we are like totally behind. Anyways, so how are you, Jeremy?
Yeah, fine. I'm great. Doing great.
So we're gonna jump right in. We're just gonna talk about like our own volunteering experience. Do you want to start?
Oh yeah, sure. All right. So I'm currently 19. So when I will start right when I was secondary school. So when I was secondary school, I'm actually an interactor. So the code or the agenda, the main objective of every interactor is service above self, which means that you have to prioritize service more than anything else, like your personal agenda or anything else. Okay, so that means you have to give service. That's how I started. I would say that's how I embarked on this journey. And then throughout the journey, when I was young, I'm also an active volunteer for students with intellectual disabilities. So I'm from Taiping. So there's actually a school for these students. So I'm always an volunteer for events, for maybe sometimes I would go visit them, have a great time with them. And then currently I'm running with my friends in Taiping. We are running we call it the Watchman Initiative, which is like we are watching or helping the Taiping locals. We started it since this MCO, when MCO started, and then whole thing it was like everyone was staying at home. No one actually no one does anything, right? Stay at home, we do nothing, and then that's how we actually initiated. So we started in a team of 5. Okay, and then so currently we are actually we are started in a team of 4. We currently are everywhere, like we are all students. And then one of my friend is currently in Taiwan, and then 2 of them are waiting for enrollment in USA universities. They're going to overseas. And then throughout the journey, we actually help about at least more than 10 families. Yeah, more than 10 families. We initiated it without nothing. Like basically we just like some of us chuck a little bit of some of our like work, right? We chuck a little of some of money, and then that's how we. And the thing is, we didn't really expect a lot, right? We didn't expect people will actually support us because we are like we are not even established. We are not a legit club
like
at all.
basically you were nobody at first.
Yeah, exactly. Like no one actually know us, right? And then we just share in the typing group, like you have like your KL group, that those like very confession. Yeah, this is like confession page, right? We have
The
our
blue,
own typing
blue
local
water.
group. Yeah, and then we share our like initiatives. Like, if you guys are interested to help, just hit us up, and then just maybe you can donate us like stuffs. So people start to come forward and then offer help. Like some offered foods, dictionaries, books, and even some donated money. And we even receive fund like from overseas, which is we are like quite shocked, like why people from like even from Singapore donating to our local initiative. And yeah, that's how we work out. And then we do weekly visit. So we try out as often as we could lah, because we are all still students, right? But during MCO we stop everything. Family, and then we offer help. Like in Merdeka Day, we actually gave out offers like helps for dry rations for different families. Like it doesn't matter which race you belongs to. We just basically, if you need help, then we'll offer. Yeah, that's how we started. All right.
Okay, so okay, recap. You started in secondary school. I think a lot of people started during secondary school, and I think what's cool is that the motivation, the passion continued through college, and right now, which is kind of difficult in my opinion to maintain, which is actually very cool. Anyone else? Yiqing, do you want to share? I believe you have your own experience.
Oh, yeah. I start my volunteering job is when I joined the Central Ambulance Malaysia, SJM. Then I joined the health service and the community service, which we will have the paramedics to involve in the national blood donations. And one more is the EASS, is the emergency ambulance standby service. Yeah, we have to passionate at the lost hotspot like the Plus Highway, especially when the Hari Raya Aidilfitri and the Chinese New Year like that. Yeah, that's what I joined before. Yeah.
So it's also secondary school.
Yeah, I really like it.
That's cool. Ashley, you're up next. What do you have to share? I can see your passionate eyes.
Oh wow, glad. Okay, I also joined St. John Woodlands as well. So I find it like meaningful. It's like you learn a skill, and then it's like you might not use it for now, but yes, you're definitely going to use it in the future. Okay, and then I'll talk about something. I mean, me myself, I like to go to primary schools and like teach the kids. I mean, it's like they say kids are very hard to control, but I find it quite fun. And like when you try to show your passion or show your love to them, and they will actually play with you, and I find like playing with kids actually quite good also. I mean, as we adults, we spend some time with the kids as well. I think this is not bad. Yeah, that's me.
So you have something to add?
No, I'm looking at Cup's face when Ashley.
Oh yeah, when you talk about kids, I'm like,
why?
I mean, it's nice to volunteer with kids. Okay, I'm not saying that. Whoa, your thing is bad. It's just like kids easy to handle.
Easy.
Fun. I'm not sure, but you mate. But I guess a lot of people, especially our age, those who got involved, we start during secondary school. Like when we actually join clubs and we actually make our own choices to what we want to do with our time. But I think there's also people who don't really touch these things. Like they just, I don't want to say stay in their own circle, but they never breach out into this world. So I want to hear opinions on that, because I believe we have people who are like that.
Why are you laughing?
You're laughing first.
Okay. To be honest, I'm one of them. I actually don't have any volunteering experience until now. Even I'm 20. Okay. But okay, actually for this year, initially I'm joining Famine 30 community. But during the pandemic, I mean due to the pandemic, so it's cancelled. So I couldn't join. Even I feel a bit sad lah, because it's my first time but I miss it. Yeah. But I would say I have no experience. It's not like I don't want to join or I refuse to join, but I don't have the the courage. I mean, not courage, but like I would say, like for me, I need friends to encourage me or bring me to the circle to join this kind of activity. But the friends around me that don't really join this kind of activity also. So I don't really have the influence, to be honest. So yeah, and then another one is I actually tried blood donation, but failed. means I cannot donate any blood because of my, I don't know why. I mean, yeah, the situation during that time, I cannot, my blood is not qualified to donate lah.
Oh, okay.
You mean for your whole life or just like that period of time?
I tried 2 times. I tried twice during my Form 6 to donate, but cannot. Yeah.
You need to eat
It's
more.
like 2 years. 2 years I cannot make it.
I think it's something related to your weight, right? Like
The pressure as
versus-
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
because they have like a limit, like not limit, like a minimum
yeah.
kg.
Minimum wear. Yeah.
Yeah,
No
and then
pain.
yeah, I remember that guy in Matrix. He's like, oh, your weight you can only donate to babies or something like that. Then I'm like, not to me lah, to our friend, and I'm like, huh, interesting. We learned something new. But yeah, I think influence, like how do you say this? Sometimes we need like people to encourage us and influence us to actually join it or not. Like yourself, you won't think of like, oh, I want to go do this, and then it's also hard to do it on your own because you don't know where to start, how to start, and all those things. Amber, what do you think? Like, why is it hard for youth, or like why do people less join activities like this?
In my personal case like I did join but not much experience in that. I can say that in secondary school I also joined Red Crescent Society. So yeah, like those duties, those volunteer, like duties that I did join sometimes. And also like the recycling center, they need someone to help to separate and distribute all the stuff, the recycled things like have to pack, you have to wash like this. So I actually just joined. Sorry, motor passed by. Okay, so I actually just joined like this kind of things. But what I really hope that I can help is like go to the orphanage or maybe old folks home and like to help them, to talk to them. I wish I could do that, but yeah, I didn't do. And I think the reason is because I just feel like sympathy. I feel like I want to help, but in the end, I didn't take any action. But yeah, why I didn't take any action?
It's okay. I think a lot of people also feel like that. Like oh, I want to help, but then 讲一下, oh wow, Chinese come out already. But then like you only say, and then suddenly few months pass by, and then you think like, oh, I didn't usually do anything, and then you don't really know why. But sometimes it's also like you don't know where to start. So anyone, why did I say anyone of your? So we're gonna ask Jeremy, like, how do you start the Watchman thing? Like, what would you advise to people who wants to like actually go out there and help people?
Probably if you are a fresh starter, like you don't have any experience in anything, in any field like volunteerism or leadership, it's better to find an organization. It can be local, international, or a few friends. That's how you actually can start effectively instead of just blindly go and visit an orphanage, or you don't know how to help. Yeah, it's better that way so that you can gain experience and like maybe the protocols, you have to contact who and who. That's the most crucial parts of any events when you have voluntary activities. And personally, how the Watchmen initiated was, it was actually funny. Like just a few of us, we just asked around, like a few of friends, like a few of us, like, do you want to join us? Then that's how we started. And then we contacted the local authorities. Like we asked them like, are there any families that we can actually help? And then they brought us to a few families, and then we start visiting them, and then those families that have children instead of those like elderly but they don't work, but instead that they can actually work but just they don't want to work, right? We prioritize those who have children. That's how we narrowed down our scope, and then that's how we started. Then we start to go and visit them, ask them how are they in school. And then most of the problems that I think most of the like fresh starters in this voluntary field is that they are afraid, like, do I need to commit a lot? Once I start, do I need to commit a lot? Or how people will think about me? And how do I ask people to help? and will people accept me? Yeah, that's the main problems that most people will face or will think will have it in their heart before they even embark and try, right? And yeah, that's the thing. Once you take the first step, and then it's like a never-ending journey. Yeah, you just need to take a first step and then find a proper friend group or a proper, I would say pathway that suits you. That suits you is the thing, is a crucial part because you don't want to find an organization that put you a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm. I think like the friend group part is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you want to join like an organization or like start your own, like the friend group part is very important to, how do you say, to like motivate each other to actually like towards, why I keep speaking Chinese, like like to motivate each other, like, okay, let's do this next week, let's do that next week. And then if you don't have like anyone to motivate you, it's not like we are not capable of like doing things our own, but sometimes it's just more fun to have other people, right?
Yep.
Right guys.
And also like friends, you are more transparent, right? You'll be like, if you don't like each other, you think like she did something wrong, right? You will just tell him right away, instead of like you are following something like maybe someone with protocol, and then it's very hard for you to actually voice out your opinions, like even to change something, right? Yeah.
So you think it's better to like start your own than to join an organization?
Obviously, it depends on yourself, but
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you lag.
I like. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, I think, how do you say, volunteering is like something we know we should do, but then we don't really actually start it. Like we can say, but then we don't really start it.
That's why I feel like Jeremy and his friend are like very good because nowadays macam hard to find like youth like us will automatically like volunteer themselves to do things like this.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I think like this kind of voluntary stuff, you need to really do it like from your bottom of your heart, instead of like really like gonna force like that. Only you go and do, you will not really enjoy, and then you won't stay long also.
Yeah. So like what would you encourage? Like, how do you encourage people to actually start it? Like we can say like, hey, go, but then how do you actually tell someone like encourage them to actually step out of their circle and actually do it?
How to
yeah,
I would say like the first thing is that you have what Sion mentioned was perfect. Like you have to make sure that you are ready for it. You don't just do it for the sake of doing it, right? You have to make sure that your goal is clear, you want to help. So it doesn't matter how the journey works out, like how bad it's going to turn out. It's all right. At least your heart is there, right? People know what you know what is your objective, and then you try your best to achieve objectives. That's it. And then that's it. You have to have a clear goal, because if you don't have a clear goal, you want to step out, but you are so blurred, right? You don't know what to do, right? So as long as you have a clear objective, then I think you have already achieved something.
Oh yeah, right? And something you said just now is like, people will get scared of how people would think of you. I think that is very true, because personally I think that also is like people would think like, why you want to waste your time on this, or like, why you want kepo on people's business, like, and then sometimes it's also very demotivating. So that's kind of sad. But yeah, Ashley, any opinions on this?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's like you will see what people think, and then also like when people actually I'm talking about your audiences, guys. Like you ask people for something, maybe donation, maybe just a support, maybe just you want to share information also. They might reach out you, even if you want to share only also. Yeah, so very hard also. I mean, also like people's concern is like, are you really from that organization? What is your objective? You are here for money, or you are here for charity?
Oh, I remember like the thing we did in Matrix.
Oh yeah.
The newspaper thing. Oh yeah, story time. Yeah, totally forgotten about this actually. Okay, in Matrix, who wants to tell the story? Ashley, you want to tell the story?
Okay, I'll go. Okay, so basically it's a event. It's a program. Hosted. Yeah, started by Jeremy. Yeah. yeah, started by Jeremy. He asked, all of us, because that time is like after sem one, so a lot of people throwing paper, throwing books. So they actually collecting all these things and then we take to recycle. And then got people ask us, if you do this, if you're going to get money, are you doing this for money? And then it was like, we are just to help. Can you please give me your paper?
Exactly. Like we are just asking for paper. And then they thought like we want to go and sell it for like those.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh wow, hurts my heart. But then
Yeah.
it's like the majority of people will ask this, which is kind of sad to be honest.
I think probably it's also the culture, right? Like people recycle just to get the money back. That's the thing, right?
You wait for the lorry, the newspaper lorry to come. They sell the Pouji, then you're like, okay, time to sell the old newspaper. Like so when you actually want to do in Matrix, and then people think, oh wow, hurts my heart that time. But then it's okay lah. But then at the end, I want to say at the end, like you have that sense of
Achievement.
satisfaction, like achievement. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think in the end, it's still all worth it, even though it's hard. But yeah. Okay, what's next? Wow, getting away from the conversation again. don't cut my marks, Miss Rabia. But anyways, okay, next one. Okay, so but still, okay, so like, okay, we said something like start your own organization or like join like an organization, but we sometimes also forget we don't need to join big events or like do big, like be part of something very big, like or like join UNICEF or like World Health Organization, whatever thing. Like sometimes the little things also matter.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any like good feel stories or like any little acts of kindness to share with the people?
Can I share?
Cannot.
Can lah. Got the good way, Kak.
I can go ahead.
All right. Actually, when like for example, when you are going mama, you can see some like people will come to sell tissue, for example, and then they will say like you can pay how much you like, then you can pay. It just depends on your own. You can make the decision how much you want to pay. It's not like really selling the thing. So you are actually, it's like somehow it's like a donation. So for me, I will actually buy the tissue. I'll buy one, but I'll pay for maybe 5 ringgit or more than that. So and then my friend will ask me lah, why are you buying the tissue with 5 ringgit lah? Why are you willing to buy it? I mean, why are you willing to donate it also? And then I will say, I don't know where are they from, but I would say that I choose to not think too much. I think that if I'm doing the right thing, I'm doing like my how to say, my objective is like I want to help them for donating this thing. So I think I'm doing the right thing, and then I no need to think further to do it. Yeah. So this is the small thing lah, but for me, I do it quite often. So I would say normally people won't do it, they will refuse, especially like they will think it's like Muslim, because mostly is Muslim, and then they will say, no lah, I don't want to, I think it's a scam lah, so they don't want to like that. Somehow it's a bit racist lah sometimes, but for me, I think it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Oh my god. It's like it's just like a small gesture, and it actually honestly, even if it's a scam, okay lah, 5 ringgit give you lah.
Yeah, that's more.
You will face your fate in the future. I hope karma will get back to you if it's a scam. But what can you lose with 5 ringgit? One nasi lemak, one chicken rice is okay. Unless okay. Let's just say, unless you're really cannot afford it, then that's okay. But even if it's like small acts of kindness, like how do you say, open the door for people, I think that's kind. Like helping an old person to like open a door to get their McDonald's past the door, I think that is also kind. But then sometimes people just stare. Like do you ever feel like when you try to do something and people just stare at you? I think
that feeling. Yeah, actually I have actually you go first.
No, I had this experience. Is like I think a lot of us pernah try before. It's like people drop things. People carry a lot of things and they drop. And then everyone is like looking at it because they make a lot of sound, right? Boom, 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 like that.
Boom, boom,
Still
boom.
people go there and like help to take. And then when I go and help to take, sometimes I also kena people say, kena papa, say why you go sampat also. Although if it's just like help you to take people and something. Yeah, that's a very small thing. If you can, when you see people drop something, just help to take lah. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yixing, what were you saying?
I enjoy actually sharing. Okay. For me, I think I have one sentence. I don't know whether you all agree or not. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. It means even though we make a, am I too fast?
No.
Okay. Even though we make a little kindness, like we collect all the soft drinks cans and we give them to the old people, because we know some old people they have to sell it to get the money, right? To go on to more comfortable life, even it is not so expensive. But I think even these small things, small kindness thing we do, we can help them. So I think, yeah, it's very true about this sentence. We make a life by what we give. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Oh God, tiba-tiba very deep way.
You.
Mine is like what?
I'm just sharing.
That's true.
One of my experience is always when I take train, okay, you will see someone, the blind people. So I will like observe the people, and I will say that I need to get ready whenever if he or she needs help. I will always do that. Like I will look at him whether he's getting, when it's okay when he's on train or not. And then when he get off the train also, I will look at them. Like
I get what you mean.
I worried about them if there's
I get what
any
you mean.
emergency situation. Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen like been in a situation where you know someone needs help but then you don't do it because of some odd reasons, like people looking or your parents looking, or you're scared people think you're weird? Have you guys had that situation happen before? People in the comments, do you guys have that situation? Because I think like we're gonna bring to our next question, which is like, I think kindness is very, very rare nowadays because of how we are afraid of society looking at us. And I don't know if it's people taking it for granted and not noticing it, or it just rarely happens.
Not really.
I mean, like, I think it happens most of the time. Like, you can't really help everyone, right? Like, even even you are able to help, like you sometimes like, okay, never mind, I will just do this. I can come back to you later, and then you just forget about it, right?
It's
Sometimes
like Jeremy
right.
replying message. I saw your message. I come back to you later, but never comes back.
Yeah, sometimes it happens like it's not like personal, like we sengaja or what, right? We just sometimes we just overlook, or sometimes we are afraid, like we don't want to get into trouble. Like for example, like in airport, those luggage smugglers, drugs,
Airport.
right? There's kind of things that actually it's not stigma lah, but it's actually a truth. Like we can't really help in every situation, right? We want to protect ourselves. Sometimes we need help as well. Like, but sometimes no people help us, but we have to go and
Yeah.
lives, and also stigmas, and also the problems that arise in our society. That's what scares most people from to actually show kindness, right? But then that should not be a reason to actually stop helping the others. Yeah.
Amber, what's your opinion on this? She's having like deep thoughts. Everyone, like I keep noticing her face is like.
Because I was thinking, did I face this situation before? Then, yes. But last year I worked in a bakery. Then suddenly one day, two people come in, but they are holding like brochure or anything, like just paper, like maybe introducing where they come from and their organizations, things like that. But yeah, I don't know you all got heard this before or not. They say that if you are in this area, but the people that ask you to donate or ask you to help them something, they will say that they come from a very far away place. So I saw the address. I even don't know where is it. So my sixth sense tell me that, oh, this is a scam lah. So then they asked to donate money. Then I was like, I'm not sure whether I want to help or not, because
Yeah.
they still have a minimum requirement. You have to donate at least 10
Oh
or
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
things
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. Then I don't know lah, 10 ringgit seems quite big, huh? I don't know. Then but yeah, I feel like they are like they just like scam lah. So I
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't bring my wallet.
I didn't bring wallet.
Yeah.
My
I said I
money
didn't.
with my mom.
Actually,
Yeah.
most of the NGOs out there, they won't do such a thing on. They won't ask you like, I need certain amount. No, it will not be that way. Even you ask like international organization or even Interact Class, you don't do that way on. So
Yeah.
90%, if they ask you for like a certain amount, that's 100% is fake. Yeah, if another you want to make it better, right? Sometimes they will bring like certificates, like they are from the organization. They have photos,
Or
right?
they bring
Yeah.
photos of these people. Then you're like, okay.
Then I will just straight away call them, and then I will donate right away to your bank account. Yeah, that's the best way to actually identify them and also not chase them away lah, but then to let them know that okay, you know this is a scam, but then not you don't want to demoralize him right away, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, instead I will donate it right away. I will donate it directly to your organization. And then it's 90% scam. And I would say 99% because if you go in orphanage, right, you go and ask the workers there, no one actually receive any fund from this kind of way. 99%, I would say. Yeah. So
But then
beware of that.
let's just say if it is actually real, they're doing it wrong. They're doing their whole charity thing wrong. Like, why do you set a limit of what you can donate? Yeah. Actually, yes. Your opinion?
Sorry, you mean on the money?
Oh yeah. On the what are we talking about? See, ADHD. On like kindness is rare thing.
Okay. Just now you mentioned something. It's like I think I can relate to you. It's like, for example, you were driving and you actually see like old, yeah, I mean a senior citizen pass by and they carry those newspaper thingy. And then it's like you actually wanted to like stop the car and then like do at least something. I give 50 ringgit or 100 ringgit, but it just didn't stop your car. You just pass and then it's like you pass by it. Takkan you want to I catch up with you later. I get me your phone number. It's possible. So yeah, I mean it's like I will remember like how many times I did this and I go back home also I will actually why don't I? Because but I don't have that money also. I mean, yeah, but yeah, I mean it's like your heart feels pain. Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
The other day, there was this guy who came who was walking in front of our houses, you know. So my brother just came back with like McDonald's. Is it McDonald's? Wait, no, sorry, with curry puff. He just bought curry puff, and then he parked the car outside. So he was walking inside the house, and then there was this guy who just walked. Tiba-tiba he come up, you know, and then he asked my brother for food. Then he's like very, very, very pity. Like he's like, oh, I haven't eaten for a long time. Like, do you have any food? Then my brother is like holding his curry puff that he really, really, really wants to eat. And then he's like, nah. Then the uncle was like, he's Chinese, so he said, you really don't want to eat, is it? Then my brother was like, never mind. You take Then after that, uncle take the. My brother, he talked about this curry puff for 3 days, you know. Then he keeps saying, I lost my curry puff. I want my curry puff. Where is my curry puff? The man take my curry puff. Then I'm like, oh my god, it's just curry puff lah. Just go buy again. But yeah, I think it's funny. Well,
Yeah,
Jeremy is tiba-tiba gone, but I think he'll come back. Hopefully he comes back.
Because my father, when he went like kopitiam, they will like often like meet some old men that don't really have money for food. So when the old man will like approach him and I talk to him a lot, and then my father will like realize maybe they need some help for for to pay the food. So my father will like automatically pay the food, and then whenever he went there and then he saw the guy, he will straight away pay the food, because he went the same kopitiam very often. So it's like he can actually meet the old man very often also. So he will automatically help the guy lah, which I think is really good, and I think I would do that also if I meet this kind of situation.
Yeah.
But I think right. I mean, because your father always do that, that's why the man always comes. It's like he knows that your father is going to donate. I mean, or is going to pay the bill for him. I mean, it's like sometimes. I mean, if you ask the man, do you actually feel grateful or do you actually appreciate? He might think that your father is just. I mean, like I don't know whether people appreciate or not. Yeah, it's like your heart is very pure. You want to help, but sometimes people actually just take your kindness as just cheating.
Yeah.
Just use it. Yeah, use it. And it's actually a very sad thing. It's like it's making you yourself not to help people anymore.
Yeah, but this reason shouldn't be a reason that you should stop doing
true.
this kind of thing, of course. Yeah.
If you have the ability, yes, just
Yeah. I think volunteering or like helping people, if you have the ability, like why not, right? So before we continue, like if you guys in the chat have any questions to ask us or ask Jeremy about, like how do you start, or what should I do, what should you do, put them in the comments, like anything lah, basically. Wait, I lost my okay, I'm back. Okay, hi Jeremy, welcome back. I can hear you. Yeah, I think okay, while he sets up, what we're gonna talk about, like what we have been hinting, like have like the scamming, and like do people actually are people actually using you? So we're gonna talk about, like, is the activities out there losing its meaning? Because we see a lot of programs, I don't want to name any. We see a lot of programs and activities out there, like they publicize themselves like very well, and then they say they do a lot of things, a lot of activities, and then in the end they write part of the profits will be donated to what, and then I don't know about you, but I question, like, is it actually for charity or is it like for profit? So we question it, like, does the program actually has a meaning? Like, does it actually want to help the charity or not? So yeah, we're gonna discuss a little bit about that. Any opinions? Yixing, you want to start?
Give me a moment. Okay. In my opinion, because you say they do their things, then at last they got provide some things that about they will donate to charity like that. So I couldn't say it is not the right thing. I couldn't say it is the right thing. Also, I stand for neutral, because if they have the thought like they want to help others, then I think it is good. At least they have a thought like that. But I'm not sure whether it is a fact or whether they actually do that or not. But I believe we go for the better, right? We have to look at the better. So I believe they will do like that if we really donate to them.
But yeah, in the end, it's like we have to convince ourselves that it's actually true. But then sometimes it's very hard. Sometimes you just look at that price of their events, and then you wonder, how much are you earning out of it? I don't know if that's a bad thought, but then yeah. But then in the end, yeah, sorry, you go.
Because I scared I will regret if I didn't help. Then I will balik rumah like, oh, why I didn't do that, like that.
Yeah.
So I will just straight away during my matriculation.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my opinion, I remember like one of the most like the teenagers join a lot is, I think I can really talk about the name of the campaign
Yeah,
because I think it's not the organization's fault. It's the participants, not fault lah, but it's the participants maybe their thoughts about like joining this kind of activity. And then normally every teen will join, but their purpose of joining is because they want to be with friends, and then they want to maybe the concert. If you all know, there's a final concert in the last day. Maybe that they will invite like very very famous singer, so they will go for it, and then yeah, and I think this kind of way it actually attract a lot teenagers to join, but it loses the meaning as what Kak was asking just now. But I think it's the participants' problem is like they don't really go and understand what's the meaning behind to join this kind of activity, and they just join for fun and for their for
For that
for fun
Instagram
and to
post,
be
you
with
know.
friends. Correct, exactly. And then it's like because they need to actually raise the fund, each person need to like gather around I think 80 ringgit if not mistaken. Okay. And then I think most of the people now will like just take their own money and pay for it instead of going asking for fund from others. So I think it's actually losing the meaning lah. Yeah.
I think this goes both, like you lose the meaning of the program itself and also from our own kindness of our own heart. So yeah, it's kind of sad.
I have a different opinion. It's like sometimes if you want to do a charity, it is actually better for you to do in a, I won't say fun way, but interesting way. Because if you are doing it interestingly, people tend to come and join. Even if they join for entertainment also, they need to get something. You cannot do like I want to donate for this shelter, and then can I ask for money? No, maybe you should do some sub thingy to attract people. Yeah, they join and
Right.
have fun and donate at the same time. Yeah.
Actually the organization plays a very important role also to promote the awareness during the program instead of just letting them to play anything, but yeah, you need to raise the awareness in the program.
But I find it very hard also, right? Because it's like when you go for charity, especially I say charity run. When people start talking, giving speech, and you'll be like, "Hey, kawan, yesterday what you eat?" Like, very normal, very normal. So yeah, they talk longer, you feel even more bored. So yeah, it's something unavoidable, I would say. Yeah.
I think like there are different opinions, perspectives to this lah. Like for the example like raised up by Kak, which is like maybe they part
Yes.
Jeremy, you're lagging.
now again.
You're lagging. Yeah.
Am I
Can you repeat, please?
alright? Am I audible?
Yeah, now you
All
are.
right. Okay. All right. So for the example raised by Kak, which is like partially they are doing community service and also partially sustaining themselves, right? I wouldn't say that is a bad idea, but at least they are doing something. But then of course it ends up because we don't actually know what is going on with the fund, right? So it actually depends on themselves that we can't really judge them, and also it's okay. It's actually a good initiative, right, to actually start up. Like for people who don't even do anything to help the community, they just say, okay, 20% for donation, which is a good idea. But then it actually ends up like, there's like actually a question about should every volunteer get paid?
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Right, this is actually a good question, right? Because every volunteer is still human beings, right? They still need to work. But then if a volunteer is like a super active volunteer and then every day he go and volunteer in orphanage, old folks home, but then how can he survive himself without getting paid? Right, that's a thing. And
also
Yeah.
am I lagging again?
Yeah.
and
Alright,
also
And also like especially for people with like family members, they have to sustain a lot. They have to be part of the they have the responsibility to actually sustain their family members as well. And for school-based activities like interactive, I would say most of the time they actually loses out the meaning. But then because most people like students, it's apparent people want enjoyment, right? People want fun. People don't want to go and another 2 hours talk, 2 hours about volunteerism, right? This is a truth, right? We can't deny that. But the only way to actually bring the meaning is through activities. But then we should have like, we call it 分寸 in Chinese, like we have like partial, we cannot like go over the limit, like 100% fun, and then we don't do anything about like volunteerism or teach anything about even like Interact Club with International Day, right? we should be learning a culture, not playing games, right? That's the thing.
Exactly.
Most of the events I would
He would say.
depends. I cannot generalize. Okay, I cannot stereotype, but I would say many schools, many student-based activities loses its meaning, right?
I
Other
agree.
than like leadership programs, it will be different leadership. Like most of the time, like if international organization they run it professionally. They will have their clear objective and goal. But like in our school, like in Malaysia, especially in Malaysia, right, there is like very naive. People just join for the sake of joining and also have fun, and then that's it. There's no like a long run how it's going to work, what platform you're gonna go, which journey you're gonna go. But then like for events, they actually have meaning. Like for Interact Club, whenever they get their fund, they will get involved in community service project, right? They will donate it to an organization. So it actually is partially still
okay.
okay, but then it is hard to actually cultivate like new blood, like to actually help students to boost their awareness, like how important community service is. Yeah, that's the thing. So it actually depends on also a lot of factors, not only school. Actually very hard. It's a tough topic, but then if everyone wants to try, it's there will be no poor people around. There will be no like needy people because there's always a person to help. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I think he summarized it very well. Amber, do you have anything to add?
I think no lah. But yeah, I think this is what is because like in our student phase when we are still a student or we are still a child, seems like it's the most important phase for all the adults or maybe organization to teach us about all these values. Seems like that is the most important time to learn all these kindness, volunteerism. But yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. I think there should be a balance between how much you earn, because I get that earning you have to keep your club alive, keep your organization alive. But then there's also the other part where it's actually helping people, like raising awareness. Like you have to push the awareness out. Don't just say, okay, this event, we're gonna do this for this orphanage. But then no one hears news about the orphanage, no one knows anything about the orphanage. And then it kind of just makes people wonder, like, oh, your event is just to sell something or just to bring people to your event. So I think there's a balance between like how much you give and how much you get back. And I personally think how much you give should be more than you get back. So yeah. Oh, funny thing that Jeremy mentioned about should volunteers get paid, but then some volunteering programs actually require volunteers to pay to join. Like, what are your guys' opinions on that? Ashley, you want to start?
Okay, sure. I remember there's this kind of program that, like charity program requires you to go to a place and stay there. And if that's the case, I think it is okay to pay, because you want people to pay for your accommodation, for your food, for your transport. So I think if you really have the heart to go and learn something or to go and do charity, if you can pay, then you pay. I think it is okay lah. For this kind of, you have to, you have accommodation and stuff. If you are saying that donation or simple charity work, I don't think you should pay for joining. Yes. So hard.
But then it's like sometimes people will ask, like, you're asking for help, but then why should I pay to work? So I don't know. I think it's something people think, and sometimes I think that as well. Oh well,
Still,
we have a question. Oh, you want to continue?
I just want to say, like, still get to your own. We still get the same thing. It's like, if you have the ability, then you join. If you don't have the ability, then don't join.
It's okay.
You can wait next time. Yeah, don't have to force yourself. Yeah, continue.
Okay, we have a question in the chat. Do you guys have any ideas about how we can help virtually during this pandemic? Because in the pandemic, we can't really go out and do anything. So how do we help during the pandemic? Anyone can start.
Do you have a specific like 对象, people
Audience,
that you want to help.
targeted
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. If they need like money, you can just like donate bank in. If they need supplies like rice, those things, you can actually contact hypermarket, supermarket, and then just get the price and then just deliver to them. I think a
I
lot.
think that's yeah. I think that's actually a very simple way that people don't really think of. But I think this kind of like, how do you say, like when we are staying at home and then we can't really go out, we have to be creative to how we actually volunteer and give our time out to people. But then the question is like virtually, like online, or like, how do you put this? Anyone? I don't know.
I got
people virtually.
I got thought about one thing is about online learning, right? Some of the students, especially the secondary school students, they can't even adapt themselves on the online learning. So they maybe have stress like that. So I think maybe we can help them by giving such how do I say by giving them some things and talk to them, try to release their stress and motivating them like that. Means can help virtually, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, there's this one program, I forgot what is it called. Jeremy, help, what is it called? The one that you volunteer to be a teacher for
Teach
SPM
for
students.
Malaysia is Teach for Malaysia.
No,
Teach
Teach for Malaysia
for
is a different thing.
Another
Teach for-
one.
Teach for
Another one.
something.
Teach for
Basically,
students.
basically there's an organization out there that lets people apply to teach like SPM subjects. So if you get like I think an A in the SPM. Got hear before, right? Okay, so basically if you're interested in teaching, there's a program for you to teach, like teach students online, because students are now all schools are online now. So some people don't have the money to go to tuition or go to get their own class or something. So it's I think that's a very good movement, and that can be done virtually. And it's also oh my God, got excited. They only require you to volunteer 1 hour per week, and you only have to do it for 1 month, and their term is 1 month. So the December term has started, I believe, so you can apply for the January term, and you only have to do it 1 hour a week, which is so nice. But yeah, if you have time to do it, you can do it. You guys have any other ideas?
I have one here. Last time I heard about Head Over Hill, their podcast, and they did mention about the hashtag help auntie uncle. There is a Insta page on Instagram. Yeah, the name is help auntie uncle lah. Then they seems like they will design those poster for those auntie uncle, which they have their own business, but because of this pandemic, their business not so good lah. So they help to promote it online, but I searched them before, but macam I'm not sure whether it is effective or not. But yeah, sometimes we'll still go out for food, right? Even if at CMCO or what, we'll still go out to buy food. Yeah, so maybe. And also some local business, but just still need to go out virtually or wait virtually.
I think
maybe there's
virtually
some online business also.
Or is you on what?
I mean, for the uncle auntie, maybe there's some online business you can help them. Maybe or like maybe I think one of the thing for now is some uncle auntie, they actually wanted to do online business, but they don't know anything about it. So maybe sometimes if you met someone, maybe you can try to help them. Like virtually, maybe sometimes if you saw someone like posted a post like they complain about they don't know how to do this kind of thing, maybe you can help. I don't know. Maybe this is one of the way to help also.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
helping.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right. I think helping like for now is not that hard actually. Like it depends on what you want to help and how you want to help. Like if you want to help like from food wise, like financially support them, it's just bank in and then deliver to them. If you want to give like moral support, you can do it virtually. Like, but it's very hard. Like we have all of us have a limit. Like for example, like if a student they don't have like digital, you don't have a phone to attend classes, it's very hard for us to actually help them. Other than like the authorities, it's actually the authorities holds a lot of responsibilities, but if they
Yeah.
don't actually help, we can't do a lot. We can only support one or two, but we can help everyone in the community, right? But then it's actually easy, like we can now just snap a photo, like someone they just got retrenched from a company, they just started like for nasi lemak, maybe they just start selling nasi lemak, and we just click share, and then we don't need to spend a lot of time. That's also helping already, right?
Yeah. True.
So we can actually do a lot right now. You just basically just do it. Go and find and do it. Yeah.
I think one way of I won't say it's helping people, but to like it's also important. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. Especially now it's virtually, we spend a lot of time at home and also on the internet. I think one way of actually improving ourselves in this is like actually educating ourselves, like learning what's out there, who needs help, who is in this kind of situations.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think first step is to know what's out there, educate yourself. But I think there's one last part in our podcast, which we're gonna give recommendations on what we're passionate about and where we suggest you guys can volunteer in. Anyone wants to start before we go over time?
Yeah, it's quite late. Okay, I will start first. For me, I'm actually recommending if you guys heard before, the street feeder in KL. Not sure you guys heard before. It's actually like somehow it's like program. It's a voluntary program. They actually will like host it. The activity wait jalan-jalan actually offer like spread on the you guys can hear me, right? Okay. Spread on the social
lagging,
media.
but yeah.
Okay. There's one program they host program actually called Jalan-Jalan Cari Kawan.
Jalan-jalan cari kawan. Okay.
Okay.
Walk, find friends.
Yeah. It's actually sorry. So according their thought on their social media, the aim is actually to
Sorry, Siwon.
and urban poor friends some offer them hope for. I think I'll go on first. I'm a bit lag now.
Okay, I think we can go on first. Wait, I'll try to summarize what you were saying. Siwon is recommending street feeders in KL. Is that okay? Yeah. So basically, they feed homeless people in the streets, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, check them out. I think they're on Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, I'll go next. Mine is I think you guys heard here. My God, English. I think you guys heard it before. It's called See Through. It's a volunteer program under Institute of Oceanography in UMT, University Malaysia Terengganu. So they have this program that runs from April to September every year, and then basically they send you over to like one of the Redang Islands, and then you help with their turtle conservation thing over there. So yeah, you get to educate yourself on wildlife, but then at the same time help out on their conservation. I think that's very cool. I wanted to do it, but then we can't do it right now because COVID. But maybe next year. Okay, next one. Anyone?
Okay, I'll go. If anyone out there is actually thinking of raising or adopting a pet, you can actually find this pet shelter called MIFA shelter, MEEFAH. We'll also put it in our recommendation later. It is actually a shelter that is they don't get money from NGO because they are not NGO, so they don't get money from public. Yes. So instead, this woman and also her husband passed away already. Both of them using their own inheritance to support this animal shelter, using that inheritance, and it's like coming to an end because the woman is no longer able to support already. So if you guys really like thought of getting a pet, instead of buying one, maybe you can adopt one because there are actually 3,000 plus animals. I don't think none of it will be your pet lah, your kind of pet lah. So you can actually go and find your pet there.
Mom.
Yeah.
Mom.
Sorry.
Mom.
It's like actually to adopt a pet, the fees is actually around 200, and it actually covers medical fees, those things. It's like to make sure the pet is like healthy and also what do you call it? Neutered. Yeah. Yes. That's it.
Mom, you hear that, Mom? We're getting a puppy, Mom. Okay, I'm joking. Continue. Yiqing, what about you? Oh, Jeremy, you want to go first? I don't. Anyone?
I go first. Okay, I go first. Okay. For me, my family also joins the volunteer activities like the Tabung Kebajikan Yayasan is Taiwan Buddhist Tzu Malaysia. Is currently have lots of people like just Amber say, do the recycling thingy right during the Earth Days. Then they also do the recycles, and during this pandemic, they also make lots of protective masks and the medical masks for all the frontliners. Yeah, so I think it's basically the right thing that I want to join after this. Yeah.
All right, I would go now. Am I audible?
Yes.
All right. I wouldn't like specifically suggest any organization because there are plenty out there. Like you can name it like Soap Kitchen, Feed the Hunger. For animal, there are animal shelters. So there are plenty of them. But the thing is, you just need to find one and then start doing. Yeah, it can be orphanage, it can be old folks home. Just look around. I think there should be an orphanage around you. There should be an old folks home around you. So just start and then write in and then see when they need help and what they need, and then just start doing. And it doesn't matter like how much you put in. It doesn't matter like when or where. You just try out anything whenever you can.
Yeah. Find something you're passionate in doing, and then the journey will be much more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Not as like, oh wow, this is so heavy work. But yeah.
Yep.
Amber, what about you?
Same. I also didn't find any organization or things like that. But yeah, I try to search for recycling center, but there are many recycling center in Malaysia, so you can just search on Google. But here is some little tips. I'm not sure whether you guys heard it before. Like, okay, maybe this one lah. You drink Milo, right? Then this kotak, how you want to settle it? I saw when I'm in metric, I saw many people just throw this away into the dustbin. Then this is what you can do. First, you finish it already, right?
Yes.
You tear here, then here also. Then after that, you let it get mad, okay? Then you can wash it with water. Then after it's clean, right, you cut a hole here, then you bunch of water inside, then let it clean, then you can recycle it. And also this one,
Oh, still got.
Back then in metric, also many people throw this away because sometimes you didn't bring your own tableware, right? If you can bring your own tableware, it's best lah. But if you really forgot it, you will use this kind of plastic. Yeah, then I saw many people just throw it away. Actually, you can wash it because like the polyfoam, why we ban it in Penang ban it, I think. Yeah, Penang ban it because cannot be recycled. But I wonder why we use this, then people also throw it away since this cannot be recycled. So you can also wash it and recycle it. Yeah, just start in your own house. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Amber, for your very cute presentation of things. She actually prepared stuff. Oh my god. Okay, so I guess our podcast is going to end, but before we say our goodbyes, someone disappeared. Simon disappeared, but then okay. Anyways, it's okay. Before we say our goodbyes for this week, we hope that this episode actually inspired you, even just a little bit, to go out to the world, spread some positivity, love, and kindness. Sion is back to say goodbye. Okay, so help within your capacity, okay? But for now, stay at home, stay safe. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Okay. So thank you for watching. Remember to leave a like. Please leave a like. We need the likes. You don't know how much we need the likes. Okay, calm down. Okay, so please thank you for your support, your comments in the chat. We appreciate it very much. See you next week. Next week, a very special episode because it's Christmas.
Yay.
All right, so see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Our last one.
Wait.
Oh my god. Episode 7, you still can't do it.
Oh my god.